everybody. It's Mike Brown, Coach Brownie here. Today, it's cold. What we're gonna do is we're gonna like I said before, we're gonna go over the warm up. So full activation, head to toe. This is what we're gonna do before anything. I've done my entire career, injuries or not. Injuries or not, this is a good strength test. Hold on, I'm freezing. Hold on. All right, so basically we're going to do this as a activation warm up. But what I like to do is I can use this as any kind of a strength workout as well. So no matter how many reps you do during the entire warm up, you can do more to make it more of a strength workout, or you can do less and use it more of an activation. The more you do it, the better off you're going to be, the better technique. So I'm going to show you the proper form. All right, so we're going to do, first one here is just going to be lying on the ground on your stomach. So we're going to start off, we did these before, the Superman. We're going to go, if you can't do the opposite arm, opposite leg with your left arm and right leg, like this, you're going to alternate activating your back, your glutes, your hamstrings. You're getting the upper body here. If you can't do the alternating arm and alternating leg, let's do them both together. Arms up, legs up, and then come back down with each repetition. What we're going to do is we're going to try to get 10 reps on each side. Now what we're going to do is we're going to flip onto one side, and we're going to have our body straight and aligned. So we're going to work on the exterior leg lift. So all we're going to do is we're going to bring our leg up and come back down. The same idea here. We're going to come up, and we're not going to have this toe all the way up in the air here. We want that toe face a little bit more down, so you're activating more of the outside psoas here. So you're coming up, we're coming back down. We're doing this our 10 reps. Once again, you can do more or less. From here, we're going to go into a figure 4 position. We're going to bring the left leg up into a figure 4 position, and we're going to raise our bottom leg up and using our adductor bellies here. And we're activating, we're coming up in a motion here. We're going to do that 10 reps on this side on the interior. So from here, laying on your same side, we're going to come up into a clam position, fetal position, and we are going to go and rotate up, keeping our ankles together. We're going to come up with our knee and come back out. We're working on a little bit more of the mobility on this one here. 10 reps again. What you're going to do after you do this side, you're going to rotate over and work the same thing on the opposite side, going with your exterior, interior, and then your clams. So after you get done with your clams on both sides, we did all those. We're going to go straight onto our backs here, and we are going to just come up into a 90 degree. I call these this bicycle kick down, leg down. We're going to come down with one leg here from the 90 degree to a straight leg, just tapping the heel. We're not resting our leg down, just tapping it and coming back into that 90 degree position here, coming all the way up in the 90 and coming back down. From here, you're going to do your 10 reps on each side, and we're going to go into a lying clam on your back here, and we're just going to come down with both legs here, coming back up. At the end here, I like to just add a little bit more resistance here and just pull my legs down into a stretch position. All right, next one here, we're going to go into bird dogs. So we're going to go opposite arm, opposite leg. Back is going to be parallel to the ground. Our shoulder blades are back. We're not hunched over here. That's a different exercise, cat and camel. We can incorporate those. Before you start doing these, actually what you can do is you can do your cat camel. So you're going to go into a camel position here, and then you're going to come down like a cat. We're just going to be stretching out the upper, lower back, adding in a little bit of core now. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go into our opposite arm, opposite leg. Left arm's going to come up, right leg's going to go back. We're just going to touch our elbow to our knee and go back into repetition 10 times on this side. We'll do our 10 times on the opposite side, elbow to knee, coming straight back, parallel, and make sure that we are flexing that glute as we come up to the top there. We can feel it in our hamstring. We're activating everything as we're going along here. All right, next one here. We're going to go into fire hydrant, I call, dog peeing on the fire hydrant. So we're gonna come up in the same position here, and we're just gonna lift our leg up and come back down. We're just rotating out to that 90 degree and coming back down. We're gonna do this 10 reps on this side here, coming out and back, and the same thing, opposite side, out and back, keeping that leg at a 90 degree, flexing the psoas incorporated in there as well. From here, we're gonna do our upper body fire hydrant. So we're gonna take our arm, we're gonna get it behind our head. All we're gonna do is we're gonna touch our elbow to elbow, and we are gonna follow our elbow with our eyes and vision and go up with that elbow, coming back down, keeping that head following the elbow, going all the way around. We're rotating and incorporating the upper back again. We do it 10 times on this side. We'll switch. We're gonna go to the left side here, elbow to elbow, rotate all the way around, back down, elbow to elbow. And once again, while you're doing these, there is no rush. We are activating, we are feeling it the entire way out and the entire way back in. We're not rushing into flying up, we're flying back down. We're going nice and easy through all of these motions. All right, next one here, we're gonna come to a standing position. We've done everything on our ground. So now we're gonna work on our inchworms. We're close to being done here with the lower portion. We're just gonna go down. We're gonna walk our hands with straight legs, so we're activating the hamstring stretch. We're gonna walk our hands out, keeping your legs straight the entire time. We're gonna come back, we're gonna arch our backs so we can stretch our core out. And as we come back, we are leaving our legs straight. So we're gonna walk our hands back to our feet and coming all the way back up with our hips forward. So we're elongating everything. We're not just coming up halfway and then going right back down. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna do 10 reps of that same sequence, coming all the way out, legs straight, arch back, walk the hands back, and coming forward, same idea, keep that in repetition. All right, so from our position with the inchworm, we would end up in that plank position here, and then we're gonna go into our Spiderman. So every time I go in through a different set, I'm not just keeping my body loose, we're activating pretty much a plank, a push-up plank while we're doing it. So we're not just, we're actually activating as well. So I'm gonna go into my Spidermans here. We're just gonna bring up our leg to the outside part of our hand, and if you can, we're gonna bring our elbow to the floor. You're gonna rotate through, back into that plank position, opposite leg up to the hand, elbow down, and we're just gonna go in rotation, doing these as nice, easy repetitions, foot up, and then towards the end, you can kind of speed it up into a quicker Spiderman and just go with your legs coming forward here. We're gonna come up into a standing V stretch here after you're done with those, and we're just gonna go side to side here, doing a side lunge here, activating the inner part of our groins and just getting that little bit of a quad activation here on both sides here. We're just gonna rock side to side. We're doing the lateral lunge, stationary lateral lunge. You can come down to the bottom here and start rotating to each side to activate the different parts of your hamstring in the back here. Okay. All right. We're gonna go here, we're standing, we're gonna go into hip circles both ways. We're gonna rotate around. Let's get about 10 circles around one way, 10 circles around the other way. Now we're working on a little bit more of that mobility in our hips. Now we're done with a portion of the core, lower body, pretty much. I mean, there's a lot of other things that you can do, but this is just my routine on how I get to this point. Now we're just gonna try to loosen up a little bit of the upper body, shoulder area. So I'll start off with just some arm circles, simple arm circles, 10 one way, 10 backwards, and then I lead it into bringing my arms up overhead, and we will just arch from side to side here just to get a full stretch throughout our obliques. All right, that's it. All right, so now that we've run through the entire activation, I've been talking about it in my previous videos and going forward with the other videos here. We can always revert back to this on before we start any circuits, before we do any kind of workout at home. Let's make sure that we are activating. We would like to try to get all of those involved. If you have more, like I said earlier, incorporate more exercises, but these are just your basic ones that are gonna pretty much activate everything that you're gonna need to for an at-home workout. So with that being said, good luck, and wait for the next workout to come.